So, creating an action plan that actually grows your home business. What does that look like? What do you have to do? I'm going to give you a few tips that have helped me grow my home business on social media without paying for ads. So, if you're new on here, welcome. If you've been following me for a while, it's good to see you. My name is Brooke Oaks of brookeoaks.com, where you can find tips, tools, and resources to help you build your business on social media. And every week, there is a new training just for you, where we give tips and strategies to help you grow your business on social media if you go into the weekly webinars. And actually, tonight is one of them. So, if you are hopping on here, let me know what social media platform you're on because I'm so excited. I get to see you guys on several of them right now. I think I figured out the comments too, so I think we'll find out. But what does creating a usable action plan look like? If you want to grow your home business, if you want to fit it into the nooks and crannies of your day, if you're building it around a busy life, maybe a job, a family, maybe you travel, maybe you have a lot going on, maybe you have health issues. That was one of the biggest struggles for me, was my health issues when I had started out. So creating an action plan that did not waste time was super important to me. And if that's something that you're looking for, I've got some tips to help you out. And again, let me know where you're watching on. I've got a few different screens going on here. So I want to see who is on. So, what can you do if you want to create a plan that's actually going to grow your business on social media? Where do you need to be? What do you need to do? What does it even look like? And so, some of the main things that I focused on when I moved onto social media and kept getting locked into Facebook jail, blocked on Instagram, trying to figure out what I needed to do that made it right. Um, there is no super huge secret, but there's a few things that are going to make it easier for you. One is the way that you're connecting with people. Social media is built to be social, of course, but if you reach out to too many people, too many pages or whatever at the same time, social media realizes you're not being social, you're just kind of grabbing at people. So, kind of look at how you're reaching out to people, where you're reaching out to them. Hey, I see someone on here from Tennessee. Oh, maybe this is working. This is exciting. I'm pretty sure that's Augie. So, what are you doing to reach out to those people? How are you reaching out to them? And I have a couple of favorite things, honestly, but finding ways to save time with that was really important for me. So, how can you save time? One is live video, right? If you do a live video, if you do it on one platform, you can find ways to cut it apart, snip it apart, or even share the whole thing in different areas, right? So maybe you only focus on one. It is you. That's funny. Hey, Augie. Maybe you only focus on one specific platform or two specific platforms, but you share out into other places to get in front of other people, right? So take that video, you can share the big thing out. Or right now, short form video is really, really doing well. So what I'll do is I'll take some of my bigger content, break it up into little pieces and share it. And what's really cool about that is that gives you days of content. So like I could take this video, for example, break it up into itty bitty pieces. There are programs that do it. There are different apps and things that you can use. You can even just screen record parts on your phone. You can clip it apart on your phone. If you've got an iPhone, I don't know about Android, maybe someone else can let me know, but on an iPhone, you can snip little parts and save it as a new clip. So I can break things apart that way. Get creative, take those little clips, and that can be days of content. So like one video, one maybe 10-20 minute video can give you 10 days of content, right? If you get these little snippets, especially if you're doing like TikTok or reel or on Instagram or a reel on Facebook, you can do like 7-second clips. 10 minutes of content, that's a lot of stuff, right? So take it and share it in different places. And speaking of sharing in different places, actually, Pinterest is a really good one. And I haven't figured out how to screen share on this yet. I'm going to have to figure out if it's on this or not. But so the way I get a few thousand viewers on my Pinterest is I take my little clips of what I'm doing on social media and I turn them into a pin on Pinterest. And if you want some kind of tips and info on that, tonight, my friends are doing it's just like a few tips and things to help you grow on Pinterest. You can find it at brookeoaks.com. Go into a weekly webinar and they can show you, they're going to show, I think, like hashtag strategies and different ways that you can grab people's attention and get constant traffic on Pinterest, right? So Pinterest can work really cool also because it works as a search engine. So if you're someone who uses YouTube because you want things to be searchable, and you're learning to use hashtags on Instagram to make things searchable, you can do the same thing on Pinterest. Fun fact. So if you want to listen into that tonight, you can either go to brookeoaks.com or you can send me a DM and I'll get it out to you. So what else can you do? What kind of things can you do to make your plan easier, right? So having those videos and pieces of content that are going everywhere, getting in front of new people, who are you connecting with? I like to find different pages or hashtags that are relatable. So if you've followed me for any time, you know I love animals. I love horses. I do a lot with my animals. I'm always posting pictures of them. So I do a lot of searchable stuff of people who love animals. And some of you on here are probably some of those people. And so I'll connect with people who do rescue or just love animals or do training, or there's so many different things. Those individual connections are key because in the beginning, I didn't realize that I had to find a way to get in front of new people, like actually connecting with new people. Now, what's really cool about TikTok and Instagram is if you keep going and you push things through, get that content out there, they're going to get you in front of new people and help you grow, right? Facebook is a little bit on the trickier side, or was anyway, until they brought in Reels. And so with Reels, I've noticed that my follower count's been growing. And that's also in turn brought in some new friend requests. So getting that fresh perspective, fresh new people, because some people are just not ready the first time you talk to them. Some people are not ready for a couple of years, right? I had someone, gosh, I've known her since I started on social media back in like 2017. And she didn't ask me until, well, I had prospected her in the past, but she didn't actually want to look at anything until this year. She just was not ready, and that's okay. That's why you always want to get in front of new people, because at some point that person may be ready, just not right yet, right? So let's see, sharing your content everywhere, finding ways to get in front of new people. And some of this sounds like it can take a lot of time, but I probably spend maybe an hour a day on the stuff that I do, because what's really cool, reels only take about 7 seconds. Maybe if I have to do a few remakes, maybe give me 2 minutes and then I'll have my reel, right? And then that can get shared out everywhere. And then if I do a video, figure most of my videos go about anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. And I do those 2 times a week. On top of that, I go live on TikTok. So TikTok live, we'll call that half hour to an hour. And so when you tally it up, it sounds like a lot, but you're finding where you can fit things in. And I was watching this one girl. She does a lot on TikTok. And I had actually found her on Instagram and then traveled kind of over through TikTok, because most people who are growing their social media, they're kind of a little bit everywhere so they can kind of bring people into whatever main profile they focus on, right? So anyway, I had found her. She goes live. She may be on Instagram, which is where I found her, but she does like all her lives on TikTok. And so, where was I going with that? I was watching her live. Oh, and someone had asked, if you want to grow and you need to get some of those lives in, like, what do you do? And her response was just be real. And if it's something that is appropriate, go live, right? So or I'll give an example for me. Sometimes when I'm writing book reviews, I'll go live. And as I'm writing the book review, I'll talk with people. Or if I'm out with the horses, I'll go live. Or I haven't done it walking with the dogs just because people always stop and have to make comments. And so I don't know that I want that on live video. I think that would be weird. But maybe someday I'll try it. But you can be picky and choosy. You can do different things. I see people that go live in their cars. Maybe it's on your lunch break. I'll tell you, when I first started out, I was always live on my lunch break. And so like I would go live on my business page because back then business pages were like the place to be on Facebook. And my business page would get 1,000, 2,000 views just because I was going live every day on my business page. And now when it pops up in my memories, I'm like, that's so cool. And so now when you go live, it may not be as many, but when you do a reel, you get thousands of people, which is really cool. So finding what works for you. It doesn't have to be something that takes forever to do. You want to get your content out. You want to get in front of new people and get into those conversations. So when you are creating content, whether it be like a blog post, a video, a regular post, a reel, whatever it is, having some action for those people to take when they watch it is important. What action do you want them to do? Do you want them to go to your blog? Do you want them to go to a website? Do you want them to send you a message? I create content, videos, reels, stuff like that, where I make it easy for people to contact me. And that way it gets into those conversations. And I've never had anything that was like super, super, I guess, awkward. But I've found that people who are really interested in the things that you're doing will bounce around. So like, say I did a piece of content on Facebook and I may have shared it in other places. Well, like my stuff will sometimes link to my other social media, and I'll see, this is pretty cool. It's one of my favorite things. I'll watch as people go from Facebook, they follow me on TikTok, they follow me on Instagram, they follow me on Twitter, they pop up on my blog. And like, I get to watch as they pop up everywhere, which is a really cool thing because you know that they like what they're seeing, they're checking it out. And if they really do like it, it's a great way for you to show what it is that you do and get into those conversations, right? So it's another way to save some time for you. Kind of goes along with, you're sharing those things out, but having that call to action in there, something for them to do. And it could be just that they're bouncing around from all your social media. So pick the things that you're going to fit in, pick the things that are actually going to help you grow, help you out. And if you want to learn more about using Pinterest as a search engine for the things that you're doing, again, my friends are going live tonight. I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. And you can go to brookeoaks.com, go to weekly webinar, and that'll give you the link to listen in, or just send me a message and I can get that out to you. So thanks for hopping on here while I figure out this video editor thing again. And whatever platform you're watching me on, thanks for hopping on, and I'll talk to y'all later. Now I got to figure out how to end it, right? Have a good night.